weaken your bargaining position as far as policy gain, potential policy gains for ACT?
Well, I didn't come up the river on a cabbage boat. I know how to look after myself. I'm no yes man to anyone. What I stand for and what I stand against are important to me, and the Prime Minister clearly understands that. But I'm glad he's Prime Minister and not the alternative.
But you have to admit that because of the way things worked out, the cup of tea with Mr Key, you would have to at least be very open to everything that he suggests.
Just a minute. The media wrote me off last week. The media wrote the ACT Party off. The Herald ran a shonky poll of 300 people on the street, and I was gone burger. The facts of the matter is we always knew we were going to win Epsom with the hard work and the values that we peddled on the doorstep.
Did you know that Epsom was one of the only seats? John, do you know it was one of the only seats that swung Labour green in the whole country?
Oh, I haven't thought about that, but you were going to ask a question.
You were going to, but on the night you were saying the Tea Party worked.
Oh, the Tea Party was useful. The Tea Party was useful. And the work that you did for me on behalf of the Tea Party by giving me every opportunity to promote the strategic vote was very helpful, and I'm grateful for it.
Hasn't the Tea Party killed the party completely, the ACT Party that you belong to?
No. The facts of the matter is people didn't have confidence to vote ACT on Saturday as a party alternative because I was dead and buried. The requiem masses were hurled up and down the country by the media, and I was gone burger.
But that
means that the vote for ACT wouldn't have mattered.
Ultimately, John, it wouldn't have made any difference whether Goldsmith or you won in the end because you didn't bring anyone with you.
Oh, that's very silly. You haven't done the homework.
But the requiem masses were held for New Zealand first.
You haven't done the homework.
But it got over 5%, so I mean, that's a slightly spurious argument as well.
No, it isn't, and I think all that needs to be said has been said.
Well, the Prime Minister got you, but he also got Winston Peters and 7 other MPs as a result of that. The deal might not have worked out quite as well as both you and he anticipated.
Oh, I think it was a very useful exercise. It was his cup of tea, and I enjoyed it, and it promoted the strategic vote in Epsom. Every single voter in Epsom clearly understood that a vote for me was a vote for 2 centre-right MPs in Epsom.
Did you discuss the cup of tea just now with Mr Key?
No.
Did you have a cup of tea?
No.
Can you tell me about the process from here? Each time you have a negotiation, are you going back to the ACT board, or how are you actually handling it?
I'm taking this back to the ACT president and the ACT board under the Constitution, yes.
Tonight or tomorrow?
Oh, yes. Every night until we've concluded these arrangements.
Would it be fair to say that the ACT board is more interested in pursuing ACT's core economic policies than the law and order policies in the confidence and supply agreement?
Oh, I think that's a very good question. The ACT's principles around macroeconomic policy are critical to the ACT party. This is a free market party. This is a less government, lower expenditure, fairer taxes, and making it easy for small business party. And so you're absolutely right.
But the board want to see that emphasised.
Oh, that's a policy platform baselines for the ACT board. We believe passionately in those principles.
Long-term question, what are your intentions for 2014? Are you going to be a one-term MP for ACT, or do you see staying longer?
Oh, I never really thought all those years ago when I got a standing ovation in the Parliament because I was going, that I would be back, Audrey.
Have you considered standing aside to allow Catherine Isaac to take your seat, given that she seems to be more in keeping with the future of the ACT party?
I don't know who you are, but you're quite wiki. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, in your discussion in the Tea Party tape, I understand that John Key discussed with you replacing the leader with Catherine Isaac.
Are you suggesting that next week we have a by-election in Epsom?
Well, you could do.
Oh, really? Well, on that point, we should probably go. Thanks very much.
One question on the teapot tape, though. Do you think that the publicity around it was responsible for Winston Peters getting over the line?
Oh, I said to you and your colleague John Armstrong, and anyone that would listen, Mike Hosking, and anyone that would listen 6 months ago, Winston would be back. The reason Winston is back, and congratulations to Winston, and by the way, he'll make a far better 7-man opposition than the Parliamentary Labour Party. Having said that, I always knew that Winston would be back because Labor were in the descendancy all of those 6 months, and we knew the result the Labor Party would achieve on election night, and it was very fertile ground for the Fabianism that Winston promotes.
So regardless of the teapot saga, you think Winston would have been back?
Oh, absolutely. I said so 6 months ago to anyone that would listen.
When's your next meeting with the PM?
Not sure yet. We don't know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What is your name? Who are you from? I'm John Banks.
I'm Alistair Thompson from Scoop.
Oh, from Scoop.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do have another question about the teapot tapes.
Oh,
so,
no more
So
questions.
I didn't get the answer to the initial question about the complaint.
No, I've got to go.